Hey everybody, this is Yao. Self-expression through absolute subjectivity, good or bad. The right to feel the world and all of yourself in your own way. That is experiential poetry. This poem was written in the summer of 2020, as was the entirety of Peace of Mind. After reading poetry from my past self and from then till now, my first collection of poetry, I was inspired again to purge myself of that which had accumulated. Peace of Mind is a collection of poems that were sparked by the random but overwhelming scenes that played out in my imagination. Visual similarities, a familiar conversation, deja vu and nostalgia, and even perhaps clairvoyance. These are some of the things that can send my imagination into a whirlwind of fiction and memory, and at times it can be hard to tell the difference between them all. But by grabbing onto each of these moments and writing them down, I was able to expand on them, stretch them out, and see them more clearly. While the quarantine gave me an excuse to stay focused on my passions, it also gave me enough time to see a clearer path forward, a path that would be truer to who I am at my core. And so these poems are pieces of the foundation I've built for myself. They're breadcrumbs for me to follow back to myself. And with so many interactions and other lives pushing and pulling on my own, day after day, a way home is crucial. To die on such a beautiful day. Some long and dark nights bring about even longer moments of doubt. The questioning of my own purpose and worth wane and wax and wane throughout the night. When these questions arise, they evoke in me a motivation to avoid. The night stretches on and gains more and more time as I consider my situation ever more deeply, until I find a moment in which I can let it trail off into silence. This takes time, a period of struggle and introspection in order to find peace of mind. I try to look for something inside of myself that leads me to revelations of truth, attempting to return to those moments of grand novelty, when epiphanies would sculpt my character into even greater forms and flashes in my mind. And by the end of the night, I feel emptied of negativity and a resolution was reached. But no grandiose epiphanies were encountered. Only a temporary peace was found. I go forward with this evolution, unencumbered by previous modes of thought. A reprieve from who I had been only moments ago. By now, the earliest bird begins to usher in the day, and the sky begins to blue, accompanied by feelings of true wakefulness and revival. I feel as though the growing light is deeply part of me. The calmness that stems from this state of depth carries me to higher places. But even though I've come so far, the doubt is always near. I often wonder if it would be right to end this journey on a high note before the next inevitable crash. For all I've done, I wonder if it will be enough. If it will be a satisfying ending. If anyone will care to notice. If it meant anything at all. And so I have to ask, is it not better to die on such a beautiful day? We all have those sleepless nights where we replay the mistakes of the day or our past in our minds. We should have been more honest about how we felt. We should have been clear in our goals. Another day we let slip away, not being true to ourselves. And those doubts become the night. Our purpose can be hard to see clearly when so much of who we are is determined by the times and those we interact with. To set your purpose as a father or mother, to dedicate yourself to a career, to devote yourself to a god, or to embrace your passions. All of these options with no clear vision of the future. But we also wish to avoid these thoughts. They can bring us to a place of regret for all we still haven't achieved. We just want sleep in peace at the end of the day. And finally, after so long a night, a moment comes and you just let it go. The exhaustion has taken its toll. But not before you spend the night long in introspection. For me, I search for revelations of truth. That point that sits far into the night, waiting to be discovered. A part of me that lives in higher spaces than my current self. The one who experiences incredible and new thoughts and ideas, with a clean heart and a penchant for novelty. And as the dark and quiet take over, and I remain wide awake, my imagination runs wild. A second self in another world. I watch myself live as I believe I should. At times I fly. At times I feel the true magic of the world and wield it intimately, discovering wells of energy and unexplored life in places I hadn't known in the waking world. I've learned to invert the world, transform into true representations of myself, perhaps even see into the future. But it's a different world, and I bring back so little with me, except the disappointment I feel returning without those gifts. They were epiphanies in mind only, and the reprieve from this mere mortal life is only temporary. But I'm filled with new ways of thought, new ways of seeing the world, and new possibilities registered deep within me. These new possibilities create new drives and passions for me to unearth and root deeply in this waking world as well. The person I once was has forever changed as I move closer to who I will become. And then the dawn chorus arrives. The chirping birds carry the sun on their backs. The twilight fades to sky blue, and the clarity reaches me. The night is over, and the morning becomes a part of me as I drink its rays and breathe in deeply its light. I breathe out and away the stress, and the resulting calm lifts me to higher and clearer spaces. But my journey isn't over just yet. For all I've accomplished through this struggle, through this long night, even though the light now fills me and the day carries me on, another night is still ahead of me. And so too, the doubt. I imagine this sunrise, this blue sky, this peace of mind, as the right time to let it all go. I wonder if I've done enough to go to some better and truer place. If my ending will still hold so much regret. If I'll be satisfied with letting go. I wonder if anyone will truly understand who or what I was, or if it mattered at all. and if anything I attempted to do had any inherent meaning in this strange and unknowable existence. So, each and every blazing morning, all the way to each burning sunset, I ask myself, is it not better to die on such a beautiful day? Thanks for watching the video. I'll be reading and analyzing my book From Then Till Now on Wednesdays and Peace of Mind on Saturdays, as well as my quote conversations throughout the week. If you enjoyed the video, don't be afraid to like and subscribe so you can visit my channel each time I provide more content, and engage in the comments so you can share your thoughts with me. Have a good day.